Hey everybody, Swamp Cleaner here, back with another video for you. First video of 2019. I hope you all had a good new year, and I hope you all enjoyed spending time with your family over the holidays. And I thought I'd start off this year on a different note. I thought I'd start off this year being critical of my own camp. Yes, I'm going to be critical of the right. Usually, that's something I don't do. If you've been watching my videos, I really don't go after my side, but you know what? I thought it's 2019, so let's give it a go. And I'm going to talk about what is currently wrong with the right. What is currently wrong with our side. Yes, I'm being partisan. I said our side, my side. The right. I am a conservative libertarian, but I still lean into the right camp. So this concerns me because I actually have more down the center views, but I can see what is wrong with the right, but I still agree with the right for the most part. And the main problem right now is optics. And that means how you are perceived by the general public. The normies, the billions of people who are still asleep, a slumber, just, whisking away in pop culture and not really popping their head up out of the prairie dog hole to see what's going on, okay? These people are the ones that the right needs to focus on if they want to win elections, if they want to change people's minds, if they want to get something done. And right now, the right is failing, especially when it comes to optics. And I'm going to get into that right now. When it comes to optics, when it comes to the right, it's good. The right is good at serving up memes. The right is good at shit posting, spreading the truth through memes, making those things go viral, and red pilling the masses. The masses. I'm going to use quotations around that right now because this is what I'm going to get into. The masses at red pilling them and finding the truth or finding the non scripted narrative mainstream media arguments that help bring balance to the status quo. Now, these things can be great. Shitposting and memes can be great, especially to those who understand them, to those who are in the culture, to those who are in the meme wars, the Kekistanis, the MAGA supporters, the Trumpsters, anybody else who's in that sphere. We all get it. We all understand the memes and shitposts and understand where they're coming from. They're coming from a place of of genuine love for people to wake up and realize that they are being manipulated by other forces. Now, that is all good. That is all like wonderful. Like people, we like that our community is strong. Like it's very cohesive because of that. But when it comes to regular people, the normies, the vast majority of people, not the millions, but the billions of people don't understand. So this is where optics come into play. And I see a lot about how the right thinks that they are being very effective with their edginess and they're red pilling more people than they actually think they are. So when personalities on the right get attacked and are slandered and libeled against, you see nowadays there's a less of a reaction to that actual libel and slander. It's more of yeah, see, I'm getting attacked again by the left-wing trolls, but it's all bullshit. You know who I am. You know who I am for real. But guess what? The normies don't. The normies are ingesting this mainstream media stuff, and they're seeing all the bad words, all the slander, all the libel spread against you. And unless you counter that every single time you make a video, every single time you make a post on social media of any kind, the people are just going to slowly drift into that camp of identity politics and the mainstream media narrative that you are a bigoted, racist, Nazi supporter, yada yada yada, because you are a MAGA supporter. You have to understand, people on the right, understand this. Normies can't always remember what they're being told. So you have to remind them that you're not a Nazi and that you're not a racist. I'm going to show you a prime example of the disconnection that people on the right have with normies, the mainstream people who we need to attract in order to not get crushed in elections. And I'm gonna tee up James Allsup. Ooh, yes, Mr. White supremacist James Allsup here, and how I know that he's not alt-right, but normal people don't know he's alt-right, and that's the problem. I'm going to show you the problem right here. Here we go.
The Daily Beast will run articles, and they do, attacking the RNC and attacking President Trump and attacking everybody. They attack the entirety of the right, and they use the right's stupidity and naivete to turn them against each other in the public eye. And that is really, it's really a smart tactic. It's really a smart tactic to divide and conquer.
It is. But, and he identifies that, but he's about to show you why it's still allowed to occur, why normies are not being red-pilled as quickly as they could be.
Right? To divide and conquer. So the RNC says, we condemn this individual and his hateful, racist views, but they don't tell you what they are. They don't tell you what they are. And this is very effective propaganda, because for your average reader who reads this, they're not going to look further into it. They're not going to do any research. They're not going to verify, okay, does this person who they're saying is hateful actually have hateful views? Actually, is he actually a racist? Is he actually a white supremacist? Because on the one hand, they have the Daily Beast saying he's a white supremacist. On the other hand, they have the Republican Party saying, oh, he's hateful. So you have both sides there. Why would anybody verify that? Why would anybody look further into that? Because both sides condemn him. He must be a bad guy. Right? Again, if there was evidence of me saying, racial supremacist things or having racially supremacist views, sure. By all means, GOP, condemn me and throw me to the wolves. But that's the really interesting thing here is that I don't. So I interpret this as libelous.
Okay. And there we go. You just heard that. People who are in the know understand what libel and slander is, but normies don't. So you should be screaming this at the top of your lungs every single time you start a video, every single time you end a video, numerous times in the middle of the video, and use just the evidence that is right in front of you that you always use. But here's the thing, use it twice, 3 times over, 4 times over, slam it home, links everywhere you go. It doesn't matter. You link it once, link it twice. You have to drive it home. You have to make everybody know that here's everything on the table. All the chips are on the table on my end. These people are showing you none of their chips. All they do is link to another article that claims that I am a white supremacist without any facts on their article. So it's sources without any information and verification. It is amplification of white noise bullshit. And that is what you need to articulate. That is the amplification of nothingness. But normies don't understand this. And what doesn't help James Allsup and everybody else on the right is when people in the know, when you're trying to have some fun with, and people in the know understand that you're trolling. But guess what? Like I said, normies don't understand. And here's another part of his video that I'm going to play shortly that does, it's an own goal. It's an own goal when you do this stuff. And yes, I know you're being edgy. I understand that you're trolling the shit out of them and that you're destroying the argument because I'm smart. I understand what you're doing. But the vast majority of people don't pay attention. They're focusing on when Kim Kardashian is going to get another butt implant or when Taylor Swift is going to upload another album. They don't understand the nuances. They don't understand the intricacies of what you're doing. And this is an own goal. Yes, to you it's a ha ha, and to me, yes, I get it, ha ha. But to everybody else, it's an own goal and makes you look bad. Here you go.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think this rule will hold up in all of these articles we look at tonight. What do you think? Let's find out. So Kelly Wheel, a hate marcher, and the funny thing about this picture, I love this picture because, and let me pull this up for you too. Actually, it's on my old Instagram, so I probably can't. But this was posted on like Halloween or a couple days after Halloween in late 2017. This was a Halloween costume. Okay.
Oh,
This picture of
haha. Yes, I understand. I see where you're going with this. Please continue.
me with the tiki torch and the white polo, the original one, and I love how they Photoshop it in there with the background of actually Charlottesville in the background. No, the original.
Well, it's if you give them the material, if you give them this on a silver platter, you wearing a white polo, wearing a tiki torch, like the guys at Charlottesville, and it's supposed to be a funny gotcha meme. And I understand your Instagram post where you say my culture is like you cannot appropriate my culture or my culture is not a talking point.
Original photo of me in the white polo, chest hair, looking actually kind of fat in that picture, and the MAGA hat. It was a Halloween costume that I took as a joke, as a prank, and I posted it with a caption that said, "My culture is not a costume."
Yeah, my culture is not a costume. Sorry, that's what he said. So, like, he's saying that, like, just you cannot appropriate my culture and turn it into something that is racist because my culture isn't racist. So he's doing a reverse psychology, like, gotcha on the actual freaking racists who were marching in Charlottesville. Do you understand? No, most people don't because it takes a little bit of a higher IQ plane to understand the intricacies of sarcasm and shitposting and memeing. So it takes a little bit of a higher plane to understand that. So, still, the optics of this look fucking horrible. It still looks terrible. To the average person, you look like a white supremacist marching in Charlottesville. Even though the facts are that you weren't there on the actual day of the mass march, you had nothing to do, nothing connected with the death of Heather Heyer. Even though every single freaking article mentions the death of this person during this Charlottesville march that they connect you with. Yes, they understand you weren't there. The facts are the facts. The reality is reality that you weren't there. You are not to blame for this. But the optics and the perception to the media, that the media pushes to the masses, which are in the hundreds of millions and maybe even in the billions, and not the tens of hundreds to millions to tens of millions that you can actually reach. No, to the broader spectrum, to the hundreds of millions of people. This makes you look like a white supremacist, makes you look bad. It doesn't matter how you refute it in your video because only your followers and new subscribers are going to see this. And that's 400,000 subscribers. Out of that, maybe 300,000 saw this right away. And then in a month or so, you might have 1 million views. But if in all reach, your reach might only be like in the tens of millions. But the mainstream media, like drive-by media that Rush Limbaugh has coined since the 90s, which you should be taking into account here, James, and everybody else on the right who gets skewed by the media like this, by giving them bad optics. Hundreds of millions of people will be seeing this and clicking by it and just seeing your face holding a tiki torch in like their Windows Explorer thread or their Facebook thread. You have to understand that the bad optics will reach further. The lies will spread around the world 5 times before the truth can put its pants on, before this video, before your video will get out there to the masses. So you have to understand that in order to avoid getting all the PR, the bad PR that you complain about all the time, stop doing own goals. Yes, I know. I understand that you are being sarcastic with your costume, but 95% of the rest of the people on the planet don't know that. They don't understand that. And that is something that is what the right has a problem with. They think more people are red pilled than they actually are. And I think we've taken that for granted, especially when Trump has become president, because Trump can control Twitter with a single tweet. He can bring Twitter to a standstill with a single tweet. So I think that trickles down, that that whole like shock mentality, that whole control, influence, what is it, persuasion, like Scott Adams says, the whole persuasion mentality seeps down into the smaller figureheads of the right, and they think they have more influence, more persuasion than they actually do. The right is jumping the shark on this, and they really need to pull it back to understand that doing these things gives you bad optics. But like, it's perception, it's what the public sees, what the public hears. At the first impressions are pretty much almost everything. And if you blow your first impression with the public, it doesn't matter how many times you dunk on the libs with your facts and your logic and your imperialism. It doesn't matter. The public have already made their decision and moved on. You cannot afford to slip up. You cannot afford to give anything away, even if it's in good spirits, and it's haha light spirited, like you were trying to do, because it's sarcasm, because it's owning on the actual racists and white supremacists themselves. Haha, I get it, like I said, but 95% of the rest of the people on the planet don't. So again, I'm just going to end this here. The right needs to stop goaling itself by allowing easy wins for the left. Yes, you're trolling. I understand you're trolling, but troll what the left does. Don't troll, don't try to do the reverse psychology inception troll, because 95% of us don't get it. You don't do the inside joke. Don't do the inside joke. That's it. The right has to stop inside joking. If anybody takes anything from my video, you have to stop with the inside jokes, with the inside gotchas and stuff, because we get it. You don't need to you don't need to let us go ha ha. You need to get that pushed out to the masses. Don't turn those to those nice jabs. Don't focus those on the people that you already have. Focus those good jabs, those good jokes, or those good memes to the masses. Don't focus it on the people that you already have, and you'll be able to red pill a lot more people. So I'm going to end that here. First video of 2019. Swamp Cleaner signing off. I will see you guys on some platforms in the future. Catch you later.